It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
70 Timberwolves. Go! Cowboy 80. 18 Pioneer.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Go!
Throwing, Young. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Young now. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Tag. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Young. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Trap 60. Trap 60. 79 Bronco. Ready?
They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
Hurts. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Young will set to throw. That one complete to Ligon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. On the move to his left. This is Smith with a grab. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. Shrugs him off. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Hey, easy, 63, bad.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Brooks. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young going to give to Brooks. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready?
Now here's Young. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Great. Set. Crowd left, Yanni. No touch.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Gets us out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
No touch, set.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Alpha. Yanni. No touch.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This to the sideline and over, everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 19 Lion. Check go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Go Silver, ready? 73, 73. No touch.
They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Crowd left Yanni. Hey, 73, 73.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Alpha. Crowd left Yanni. No touch.
They'll go to Barkley again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This a 2nd and 8.
Great. Set. No touch.
They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Young back near the goal line. Sliding out of the pocket. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
7 Pirates.
To throw, Young. That caught by Trimble. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
18, behind it. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. Flush to his right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Set. Ready.
Here's Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Throwing, Young. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
Young to throw it. And now here is another interception. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll start out here with the option left. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, man.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Hurts. His throw incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Yeah, the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And Hurts going to move him around. Barkley again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
Warrior 70. 70.
Now Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Hawk 7, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler, go.
Young now. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Young will set to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.